going to start. So I'll do the episode, then we'll live stream for a little bit more. We'll keep the Epic Canada Day stream going, and we'll go from there. So stand by, everybody. Here it comes. Hello, everyone. Rituro here with another episode of Blue and White, my video review, video diary, let's play of Football Manager 2014, specifically with the Vancouver Whitecaps. When last we left off, oh my goodness, tons of stuff happened in last episode, a plethora of stuff. And guess what? We got another jam-packed episode for you. And we're going to start off right in the thick of it here. As you can see, our feature match today will be against the San Jose Earthquakes at BC Place. Vancouver in 3rd against San Jose in 7th. But we got plenty of other things to get to before we get to that match, starting with the Canadian men's national team. Recently, as you know, the World Cup is going on in real life here. It's also going on in Football Manager. And while Canada, of course, did not qualify, they're still having friendlies, and I want to show off something that rather perturbed me here. This is the state. These are the call-ups for the Canadian men's national team. This is not the U23 side. This is not a B team. This is the actual squad that got called up. Now, you may be wondering, Rituro, why do only 6 of these players have clubs? And of those, only 5 are actual clubs. One of them is actually the reserve side for Victoria United. Well, that's because Benito Floro chose to call up only players who were not overseas. Now, I've railed many times before about how Major League Soccer is not just an American league, it is an American and Canadian league. Any MLS player would be called up if they were going to leave the European-based players behind. Why Football Manager insists on leaving all the players that could be called up to the national team behind is just mind-boggling. I mean, goodness sakes, I got half the national team on my side here, and we'll get to that in a moment. But my goodness, this is just unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. No reason why any American-based player should be considered overseas for the purposes of calling up the Canadian men's national team. And for that matter, Vancouver is not in America. It is in Canada. Football Manager, call up players from Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal, 3 perfectly usable professional clubs not being called up. Very distressing, and I do not like. I've been railing against this for years. Why are the Canadian teams not counted as Canadian? The Canadian MLS teams, that is, not counted as Canadian with regards to the national program. Very frustrating. But while we're talking national teams, let's go look at that World Cup. Because my goodness, it's a fun one. It's a very fun one, and I think you're all going to like how this is going. Competitions World... Oh, wait, nope, that's not quite it. World Cup! Let's go to the World Cup here. Oh, it's going to be a good one. I'll try and get straight to the stages here. Let's go to the group stage. All groups. Starting with Group A. Brazil and Morocco are your qualifiers out of Group A. Russia, no. Japan, no. Interesting. Would not have picked Morocco out of that group to advance, but there you have it. Group B. Let's do this the hard way. Group stage, Group B. Or can I do it from there? No, I cannot. Group B, Spain and Turkey qualify. Algeria and South Korea go home. Spain apparently did not have the collapse that they had in real life. The old guns still going strong. Group C, Argentina and Norway are your qualifiers. Bosnia going home. Australia going home. Norway and Argentina going on. In Group D, it was Cameroon and Belgium. Cameroon and Belgium, not the US, not the Czech Republic. Cameroon and Belgium. Oh my. Group E, Ivory Coast, Honduras, they go through. Great result for Honduras. Shocking that neither Portugal or Colombia made it through. That was easily the group of death here. Ivory Coast, Portugal, and Colombia. Honduras to survive that is phenomenal. So good for them for getting through. They are the Costa Rica of this tournament. Group F, Switzerland and Uruguay get through. No real shocker there. Egypt goes home. Mexico goes home. Mexico's never really been given its due in Football Manager, so not really a surprise there. Group G, Germany and Chile go through. Croatia and Saudi Arabia go home. That's probably a very accurate result. No real surprise there. And in Group H, England and Peru. Peru go through at the expense of Jamaica and Italy, who bomb out. Oh, I'm going to assume that the home country bias is how the English team got through here. Or at the very least, how Peru upset Italy. My goodness. Anyway, that's how it went into the second round, the round of 16. It was Brazil over Turkey 3-1, Spain over Morocco 2-1, Argentina over Belgium 2-0, Norway over Cameroon. Norway, the Cinderella team of this tournament, 2-1. The Ivory Coast downing Uruguay 2-0, Switzerland over Honduras 3-0, Germany took penalties to take out Peru. Peru fighting to the end, and England drops Chile 2-1. Into the quarterfinals, it was Brazil finally ending Norway's dream run with a 1-0 victory. Argentina ousts Spain 2-1. Switzerland defeats Germany. The Germans collapsing in the quarterfinals 1-0. And the last match of the quarterfinals is Ivory Coast versus England to determine who will face off in the semis. It's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a very interesting one. Brazil and Switzerland, that for sure is happening. Argentina will face either Ivory Coast or England. That's the World Cup to date. So with that done, let's take a look back at the domestic situation here. The roster is, well, it is what it is right now. Iain Hume has finally arrived. We are glad to have him. However, I have a bone, if you will, to pick with my scouts. They promised me 3.5. He is clearly a 2.5. And he is now my top striker. Now, that's bad. I mean, hopefully Hume picks his game up once he adjusts to MLS, but I am not at all thrilled that I was promised something that I did not get. At least I got him on the cheap. Thank you, good negotiating tactics. So Kenny Miller is gone. Iain Hume is in. The other roster move of note, Caleb Clark is home and is immediately this season offered to go out on loan to the Chicago Fire U23 program. Probably will happen, unless he himself turns it down. Brian Gall also has been complaining about first-team action, so he has now 3 offers to go on loan. Hopefully he accepts one. The other thing to note about the league, transfer and movement and player personnel, what have you, there was a retirement to announce as Dwayne De Rosario, It seemed like he was ageless, but of course you can't stay ageless forever. He is on the DL6. He is out for 6 weeks, 2 months with a hip injury. That's probably enough to call it a career. After 75 appearances and 20 goals for the Canadian men's national team, bouncing all over MLS. San Jose, Houston, Toronto, New York, DC, back to Toronto, and then back to Seattle. It's the end of the line for Dwayne De Rosario. Going back to the squad here, I want to show one thing here. As you can see, it is halfway point through the season, and it's time to start thinking about contract renewal because the end of this year is going to be a dicey one when it comes to contracts. State of the squad is thus. We have quite a few players out of contract at the end of this year. Jada Merritt, Kleber, Omar Salgado, Ben Fisk, Kosuke Kimura, Russell Tybert, Nicholas Mosqueda, Darren Max, Kyle Porter, Nicholas Gamble, Dominic Gantar, Ken O'Connor, Franco Lewis. That is a good chunk of the team. Even more coming up in 2015, so that's going to be fun. Some of them are draft picks and going to get cut. Not really worried about it, but those that I want to keep are going to need to stay around for a while. So some wheeling and dealing will be necessary. Now, in the case of Kleber, he's got those options in his contract, so I'm not overly worried about that. He's got those extension clauses. Not worried. He's going to stay around for a while on that salary. Demerit's an interesting case because he could conceivably be negotiated down, and I think I want to do that. Just near the end of his career, he's starting to decline a bit. I want him on a cheaper contract so I can get raises for everybody else. And Salgado, I am seriously considering cutting because he's just not worth that money at this stage in his development. So let's try that. Let's see if we can get Demerit on a new contract here. He is willing to get an extension. I would like to see him locked up a little longer than that. Let's pay his agent a little bit. And let's see if I can get him on the cheap. Good, he's willing to come down a bit. Good. This is all good. 50, would you take that? Almost. Even if I can knock him down to $6,000, I would definitely take that. Come on, take it. You know what? I've got him on an extension. That's fine. Good. Excellent. Knock a full grand off demerit's salary. That's excellent for me. Good. And we'll deal with the rest of this as we get closer to the end of the season. And the other big thing to do before we get into the matches, I told you this was going to be a jam-packed episode, is CONCACAF Champions League. The groups have been drawn, and we've ended up in Group A with Comunicaciones from Guatemala and Sporting Kansas City. Now, the groups almost drew out correctly here. They almost drew out properly. As you can see, Mexico, U.S., Mexico, U.S., U.S., Mexico, U.S. Close. Almost happened to get the split there. We just needed one of those teams to move up to Group F, and we would have gotten the appropriate U.S.-Mexico team separation. Of course, in the real world, U.S. and American and Mexico teams are not drawn together in the group stage. Hopefully that will be fixed in time for Football Manager 2015. But let's look at the groups here. El Salvador sends El Firpo, Mexico sends Monterrey, Panama sends Taro. Should be no problem for Monterrey, though Taro could trip them up. That would be interesting. Cruz Azul, Motagua from Honduras, and Saprissa. I think Cruz Azul should have that in the bag. Chicago likewise gets this is a peachy draw for them. Alianza and Municipal, Salvadoran and Guatemalan teams, they should cakewalk that. Pachuca against Herediano and Durangen from Nicaragua. Again, you can't count out these Costa Rican teams, and Pachuca should get through, but I would not be surprised at all if Herediano manages to make a play for that spot. In Group F, the Minnows match here, U.S. Marinois from Martinique, Arabe Unido from Panama, and Marathon from Honduras. That should be Marathons to lose. They should have no problem there, though. Watch for Arabe Unido to sneak a few surprises in. In Group G, Chivas, Santos, and Tornados, Mexico, U.S., and Puerto Rico. Interesting mix, but Santos should have that no problem. And then San Jose, Alajuelense, and Portmore. That's actually an interesting group. That could really go either way. I'd be very surprised to see who comes out of Group H. Should be a fun one. So let's get to the matches that have been played. Oh my goodness, it's been an interesting time. We got some 0-0 draws here, which, it's been good to keep the unbeaten streak going, but we're having some trouble putting the ball in the back of the net with the loss of Maddox for injury. So not looking forward to how we go going forward. But Sporting Kansas City was a 0-0 draw. Solid performance on the back line. A bit of a question marks up front, though. But we then went away to Chivas and came out the 2-0 win. Demerit and Kakuta Mane with the goals. As you can imagine, scoring on the road against Chivas seems to be a thing J. Demerit does, so good for him. Everyone had a fantastic game on the back line, just shutting everyone and everything down. Let's take a look at the goals here. 2 of them to show. First off, it'll be J. Demerit in the 63rd minute. Off a set piece, because how else is a defender going to get a goal here? Tybert with the delivery, finds Demerit near post, heads it in. That's the 1-0 goal. That would be the winner. Though just for insurance, later on, Kakuta Mane would add to the tally. Come on, there we go. Borjan off the goal kick here. Rio Coker flicks it on to Holt. Holt skips the defenders, finds Mane with a beautiful ball, puts it in the far corner. Thank you very much. As you can see, solid stats, 7.22 average rating for the team. Only 2 shots on target. Thank goodness we made them count. But generally speaking, off-target blocked shots, not so good. Did pretty good keeping our fouls in check here, which is always nice, but a bad day crossing, so service really does need to be improved here. The next match on the docket that was not a 0-0 draw was, I believe, FC Dallas, because Houston was a 0-0 draw. Tybert took a bit of a knock, had to come off, but the backline held together. Franco Luz actually did a good job there. It was a 2-0 win against FC Dallas, who are having a horrible season. Tybert, great game. Mesquita, great game. Rio Coker, great game. Badisher, great game. It's all good all around. And then a 0-0 draw against New England. Again, some injury troubles, but generally speaking, all is right and good with the world. So let's take a look at how these goals came about. As you can see, we left it till late in the match, 78th and 88th minute before these goals are being scored, which is not exactly encouraging, but at least they managed to be scored. Borjan off the goal kick finds Holt. At least we got those balls on target this time, which is always good. Schuler goes forward and finds Tybert. Tybert plays a great ball forward for Mosqueda, who first time fires it past a diving Chris Seitz. Great goal for Mosqueda. And off the restart, Holt plays it short to Badischer. Badischer to Tybert. Tybert to Rio Coker. Rio Coker to O'Connor. To Holt. To Adekugbe, who's getting more minutes here as I try to speed up his development. The cross finds a wide open Tybert, who makes no mistake heading it into the net. That's the 2-0 goal, which brings us to our current state of being third in the West and prime for this match against San Jose. This is going to be the debut for Iain Hume. He's going to be at the top of the 4-2-3-1. Mosqueda and Mane out wide, Holt in the middle, Kofi and Rio Coker in the D-mid spots, Lewis getting more experience on the right, and Badischer, who's actually injured, unfortunately. He is out with a, what do we got here? With a damaged foot, 3 to 4 weeks, not so good. He will not be able to return to San Jose to greet all his old friends, etc., so on and so forth. Oh, well. Iain Hume needs a jersey number. He wants 7. He'll get 7. Enjoy that, sir. Enjoy that, number 7. Alright, they're in poor form here. Poor morale. Let's keep an eye on those strikers, because you gotta know they will be a handful. Wondolowski in particular will be messed with. Martinez, not worried about. Chavez, let's just weak foot them. And Pirazzi, we will keep an eye on. Alright, I expect a win here, guys. Good. They're buying it. They're buying what I'm selling. They are buying, and I want to see it work. Alright, we're at home, so let's go play out wide. And here we go. Vancouver versus San Jose. Vancouver in the white, San Jose in the black. Possession is quickly lost by Kleber. Oh dear. Oh, he does well to cut down the angle and force the goal kick. This is Rio Coker now. To Schuler. Lewis. Can't get the ball forward to Holt. Chavez. Pirazzi. Looks for Wondolowski. Finds him. Shot is blocked, and Mosqueda will pick up the rebound. Plays it into Rio Coker, and away they go. Ooh, not good. Hume, early knock. Who's that? Cronin? Oh, good. You target one of my guys, I target one of your guys. Pick him up. Don't worry, Hume. You can make it to the half. I will be very, very happy. Mane plays the ball up in the air. Oh, Hume just can't get there, and Morrow hacks it away. Lewis looking for Hume. Can't get him. Rio Coker to Lewis. Schuler. Pirazzi to Gordon. This is San Jose on the counter. Back to Cronin. Martinez steps inside Lewis, but the shot is well wide. This is Schuler off the throw-in. Rio Coker now to Kofi. Oh, good try by Mane, but it's off the side netting. Yellow card being delivered there to Gersh. Not good. And here's the free kick from Martinez. Well wide. Looking for a deflection there, no doubt. Lewis to Schuler. Only one shot here. That's got to change. To Rio Coker. To Holt. To Rio Coker to Mosqueda. Inside for Hume. Can't get him there. Holt finds Kofi, though. Kofi. To Holt. Demerit. Kofi. Out wide for Kleber. Can he get across in? He can. Mane's header is over the bar. Oh dear. Dear, oh dear, dear. Morrow to Cronin. Kuratzi. Gordon. Intercepted by Gordon. Or by Rio Coker. The ball tried to get to Hume, and now Hume will get the ball. Back to Holt. To Kofi. Hume goes forward. Oh, the ball doesn't get to him, though. That ball is snuffed up by Schuler. Finds Mosqueda. Can he get a ball forward? Looks for Hume. Finds him, but it's just too long. Bush picks up that ball. It was looking promising there. And then Bush will just clear it out to touch. 2 minutes of added time. Indicated here. Kleber. To Rio Coker. Mane. Rio Coker. Holt. Looking for Hume, but Hume just can't time the run properly. Mane. Inside to Hume again. Hume. To Rio Coker. To Kofi. To Holt. To Hume. Goes long, just wide. That's their third shot now. Nothing as yet on target. To be fair, San Jose has not hit the target either. Merritt clears that ball away as we finish the first minute of added time. The second minute is coming up. Merritt heads that one away to Pirazzi. Borjan will save that one. Finally something on target. And good job by Borjan. And that's the halftime whistle. All right. So come on, guys. We can still win this. I want to see you win. I have faith. You can make the difference, Hume. Do it. Right, we just need to control this game here. Alright, we're going to up the tempo here. Martinez off the kickoff again. Being battled by Lewis, but the ball is well wide. Kleber. Short to Demerit. To Kleber. Plays it in. Morrow heads away. Mosqueda pushes off his line. Demerit, can he get it inside? He does find Mane. He scores! Goal for Kikuta Mane! Woo! 50 minutes. It's in. Kikuta Mane has broken down the San Jose defense. Beautiful. So look at this. All alone. Now Hume is offside, but he is not involved in the play. Good job by the AR to keep the flag down. And Mane has opened the scoring. Alright, let's get Hume out. We'll throw Salgado in. And then, because I want us to keep a clean sheet, or to keep 11 people on the field. I know what I'm saying, Might be a good idea to get Gersh off. I have faith in you. Let's target Chavez for closing down. Borjan with the goal kick. Rio Coker. Mane. Pirazzi. Demerit. Kleber. Mane. Oh, nice little juke there by Mane to get past Brandon Barklage. Mane inside to Holt. Back to Mane. Someone should shoot this thing. Holt. Mane. Oh, a fine save by Bush. Perhaps one too many pretty passes. Oh, but Schuler has fouled one. That will probably be a card. And it is indeed a yellow for Chris Schuler, but nothing more. Borjan with the goal kick. For Salgado. Can't quite find him, but Kofi steps into Gordon. Okay, let's get Kofi off the field. Off the field you come, Gershon Kofi. That is not good. No pressure, Mr. Alderson. Just get out there and shut down the San Jose attack. Long pass back to Cronin. Pirazzi. Chavez. Chavez closed down. Barkley gets inside to Pirazzi. Out wide to Chavez. This is good movement, but great defending by Vancouver. And now Salgado can't get there before Cronin. Martinez. Cronin. Pirazzi. Inside to Gordon. Finds Wondolowski, who puts it wide. That should have been a goal. Wondolowski does not miss those shots. Borgen's goal kick. Looking for Mane. Finds Barklage instead. Gordon. Chavez. Wondolowski, but Schuler rises above. Kofi heads it away. Cronin. Wondolowski. Martinez. Mane heads it away. Holt now. This is Vancouver moving forward. Salgado waits for help, gives it to Mane. Mane speeds ahead. Here's the cross. Salgado has Omar Salgado with his first of the season. A great headed goal. Surely that must seal it. As we are going to lock this thing down and go full defensive mode. Is Alderson in the game? Is Alderson in the game? Yes, Alderson is in the game. Good. No, that header from Wondolowski is wide. Alright. And the final thing we'll do here, playing defensive. I want to bring off Schuler just to be absolutely certain we don't get carded here. He's had a great game, has Schuler. I do not want to go down. Cronin's placed by Adam John. Velbab replaces him. And the free kick from Kleber makes it to the net, but it was never really a threat. Bush on the restart. Demerit takes it. Gordon. Pirazzi. Morrow now. Pirazzi. Francis. Oh, it's a good header there, but unfortunately it is weak. But well done by Gordon to get his head to that. Yeah, marking him tightly. Worry you not. 2 minutes of added time. Oh, who got injured? Oh, Salgado. Well, that's fine. Mane now. Oh, from distance does test Bush. And it's a save out for a corner. But that's it. A goal from Mane and a goal from Salgado. And an assist from Mane on that one. Demerit gets man of the match for his stalwart defensive work. It could have easily been Mane for his offensive work as well. That was a nice victory, everyone. Well done indeed. Vancouver stays in third in the West on 32 points. 3 ahead of RSL. That is always good. A game in hand on RSL. Though Colorado does have 2 games in hand, so not so good there. Plenty of teams, though, could make the ground up. Will they or won't they? That is the question. But we have more important things to worry about, like, for example, will Jay Demerit sign that contract? How bad is that injury? And Hume made his debut. Not the best. I'm delighted. Extend. Don't react. Jay was outstanding today. Debuts are never easy. Good game. Oh, Switzerland won over Germany. England crushes the Ivory Coast. Wow. And Salgado has ended his goal drought. Only be taken out with torn hamstring for 3 to 4 months. Well, that's the end of that. That's the end of you, Omar Salgado. Both your time with this team and your time on this team. Up next, it'll be LA, a reserves match against Victoria Highlanders to get the reserves some playing time, and a whole lot more on Blue and White. My name is Rituro. Thank you all for watching this episode. If you'd like to see more, please check out my YouTube page, youtube.ca/steelswords. You can follow my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Rituro, or you can reach out to me on Twitter @thatRituroGuy. Again, thank you all for watching. My name is Rituro, and we'll see you next time.